but I'm pretty sure.
It makes your sweat smell better. It'll help.
Never mind. I was not.
They'll definitely want to put it in their mouth more.
That's kind of crazy. All right, what is going on, guys? Today we are back with another fantastic tips for dicks. Now, this one is Janice Griffith, which is somebody that I've never personally heard of, but apparently she's kind of popping off. Now, a lot of these videos don't actually have that many views. I kind of thought that they did, but, it turns out a lot of them actually don't. In fact, I think my one on Venus Sky, the video that I made might have more views than the original, which I didn't know was possible. But I could be completely wrong, though. I don't know. Don't look that up. Let's just pretend that it did do better than the original, even if it actually didn't. But yeah, pretty much this one had like 1 million views. That seemed really high for one of those. So hopefully you guys know who this is and you're interested in this, because we're diving into the deep end for me here. I don't really know what it is, but let's go ahead and get started.
Hey, this is Tips for Dicks with Janice Griffith. Oh my god, all of my tips are so good. Tip number 1, wash your...
Okay, hold on. I'll be the judge of that, and already we're not starting off great. We're back with a hygiene one. Now, it's been a while. Maybe if you're new to this series, you don't know, my previous relationship with the hygiene tips, but I'm not a fan, okay? We get these so often that it's kind of like, why do they keep including them? When we got it the first time, or maybe the second time, or even the third, I was like, yeah, this is a decent tip. But then I'm like, you know what? I don't need to hear this 700 times. I think I got it the first time. But, I don't know. Let's see what she has to say about it.
Your dick. You might think that that's an obvious answer, but you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't wash their dick enough. Do your partner a favor. Wash your dick. They'll definitely want to put it in their mouth more.
That's kind of crazy, the way that she put that. I also don't like how she's talking. It kind of feels like I'm going to get killed. We're getting big, Jeffrey Dahmer vibes coming off of this one. But, yeah, it's not bad. It's just boring. That's all I'm going to say. When you shower, make sure you shower. That's essentially what we're getting across here.
Tip number 2, communicate with your partner. By communicate with your partner,
I feel like we're just recapping at this point. I feel like we've seen one that's almost like this exact same thing, hygiene, communication. I don't know, I'm being super critical here, but let's see, maybe I'm wrong.
Check in for active consent. Talk about boundaries before you start having sex. Talk about things that you might want to explore.
Okay, she's kind of spitting here. I can't lie. These are actually decent tips. I don't know what else to say. These are not bad. We've probably gone over them before, but these are definitely important things. Like I said, with consent before, maybe you don't know. Maybe you got to ask. And you know what? That's okay. Don't feel ashamed if you feel like you got to ask. It's better to ask and, get the verbal, 100% clarity thing than just try and do something and then it ends really poorly for you. Don't do that. That's not a good thing to do. So, yeah, this is not a bad tip again.
Or fantasies that you might have, it'll only make your sexual interaction and experience and connection with that person stronger and more intense. Plus, it avoids uncomfortable interactions, and it makes it so that your partner feels really comfortable and safe with you. And cultivating a safe and fun experience is the best way to have sex.
On God, can't disagree with that. Moving forward.
Tip number 3, stay hydrated. Staying hydrated is really important because...
Dude, we did this one. I literally clickbaited using this tip. I feel like we've just gone over them all at this point. Maybe that's what's happening. But I have definitely clickbaited using this exact tip because I can almost guarantee I know what she's about to say. Let's check just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure.
It makes your sweat smell better. It'll help.
Never mind. I was not... I wasn't ready for that one. I'm going to be honest. I thought I knew it all. I wasn't ready for her to say that.
Help your partner with lubrication. It'll help you with, better tasting cum.
That was the one. That was the one that I thought we were gonna get at. That was not what we ended up with. But I mean, we got there eventually, right? That's the important thing.
Just real easy stuff. Normalize pausing during sex so that you guys can have a sip of water.
Okay, hold on. Imagine this, right? We're doing one of these things again. It's been a while since I've done something like this. Imagine this. You, your partner, you're going for it, right? You're going for it. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of everything, it's like, hold up, cut, hold on, we're taking a break. Let's get some water. Let's, make sure we're hydrated. We'll sip on some water. And then you're like, all right, resume. Like, I don't know if that's the go-to. Especially, like, how long do you have to be going for, like, that to even apply? Like, I feel like if you get some water before and maybe get some water after, that'll probably do you just fine. You don't got to be, like, the most hydrated person in the world. But, okay, different rules apply to different people, right? So, moving forward.
Do it in porno all the time. You don't see it because we cut it out, but it's happening.
That's really funny also. That has completely, like, changed my whole perception of everything. Like, just knowing that, like, occasionally at parts during the video, they're like, oh, you know what? Hold on. Water break time. Like, I don't know why that's so funny to me, but that's really funny.
Have water by the bed. Share water. Again.
Ooh, share water. We're getting scandalous.
You might think this is really obvious, but even I fail to do so. Tip number 4, proper bedding and towels in your home.
I mean, I don't know what to say here. We're just going to keep going.
So a lot of single men don't have towel sets or proper bedding on their bed. Have more than 2 pillows.
I got 3. We're good to go.
Have matching pillowcases with matching bed sheets.
Oh, don't got that. We're out. Straight up, I got 3 pillows with 3 different pillowcases on each and every one, and not a single one are the pillowcases that came with the sheets that are currently on my bed. It's crazy how it works, but that's just how it goes sometimes. It's just how the cookie crumbles.
Sheets, fitted sheet, top sheet, comforter, or duvet.
I don't got the comforter, duvet, or quilt thing. I just use a big ass blanket. So, again, it's just how it goes sometimes.
Or quilt, whatever. These like little things that even if you share it with 4 other guys, she'll be like,
oh yes, next time I meet up with my friends, I'm gonna be like, boys. Boys, we got to make sure we got the sheet game on lock. Oh shit, moving forward.
Damn, I wonder if he dated a girl for a long time because he has a nice bed. Wow, his towels match.
My towels actually do match my bed, to be fair. Like the towel, singular here. So I am failing partially according to her, but the towel I use actually matches like the same. We're like color coordinated, it works in a way. I'm doing a little bit of it, right?
I promise you this stuff matters. Tip number 5, work out your core more because missionary sex is super fun.
Okay. Now, this is actually a thing, right? You may think, where are you coming from? Who wants to do that? I'm not my grandma, right? And, that's fair. That's fair, right? Not all of us want to be doing the same thing every time. But shockingly, you as the typical person out there, roaming around in the world doing your own thing, you probably aren't going to feel this way, and I don't feel this way. But for some reason, the porn stars, I don't know why, but they love to just do the most vanilla shit when it comes to like their actual personal stuff. I don't know if it's because they do so much like crazy shit out there, for their job. But yeah, they're apparently really boring from what I've heard, from very credible sources that I cannot name. But, that's what I've heard. So I don't know. This is interesting. Again, I don't know if this applies to everybody. Maybe it's just a very specific circumstances. I feel like for me personally, this wouldn't apply. But, who knows? Who knows?
I noticed that men who have stronger cores and abdominals are better at it. They get less winded, and it makes
I'm just imagining some dude somewhere just like it's like, are you okay? Yeah. Like, just absolutely dying.
sex and like your actual stamina and endurance lasts longer. Also vanity muscles, so like you get hotter, you fuck better. There's no real downside.
What is vanity muscle? Am I missing something? I feel like I'm just like not computing something in my head, right? Maybe are vanity muscles just like to show off? I feel like that's what we're saying here, but that took me way too long to like compute that.
This has been Tips for Dicks with Janice Griffith. I hope you learned something.
I mean, honestly, it wasn't the worst. We came in really critical at the beginning, but it wasn't like as bad as I made it out to be. There were actually some good ones towards the end. I can't lie. Yeah, so not a bad one. Unfortunately, I do believe we have run out of the Tips for Dicks series. I believe I have run out of ones to like react to. So I don't know what to do here. There's kind of a couple options. I don't know. If you chime in the comments, that would be appreciated. But also, if I don't really get any responses, which is possible, then we might just do whatever I feel is fitting. But there's either I could keep it, as stuck to this topic as possible and not veer away from it at all. B, I can go into doing some of the other topics that they talk about, and just still rope it into the same name. Like, for example, I think that they actually have one for women as well, so we could do that, and, pander to the womanly audience out there somewhere that watches my channel. There's like, I don't know, like 15% of you guys are women, which is kind of shocking. But, I could do that. As well as there's just like a dating advice one that I think is just more general but less like sex focused. So we could do that and just rope it into the same series. I could wait for the new ones to come out, which are fairly spaced apart. They don't come out very consistently. Or I don't know. It's really an A or B choice here. I don't think that there is a C. So, yeah, let me know if you want to. If you don't, I'll probably just make the decision on my own. Maybe you want it to be a surprise. I don't know. But, yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.